Culture.
I'm here with the family.
Bryce, XXV, Double I,
Rome.
D-Malo,
Gruff Lion.
T-Buggy, man.
Just the greatest sports show on the planet. La Familia. Hope y'all ready for a ride.
Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say.
Yes, sir. You know what it is. Your favorite sports show on the net is back. This is Gas Presents Sports for the Culture. I'm tonight's host, as always, your boy Young Rome 22 on all socials. If you're new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're a loyal listener, follower, man, shout out to you. We appreciate the love. We got a lot to get into tonight with March Madness about to kick off. We got some more talk with the NFL free agency, World Baseball Classic. Before we get into it, I'm going to let the fellas introduce themselves. I'm going to start with my man in the Yankees jersey. I hope it's not a Judge jersey. And if it is, I hope you're not on the same thing he was on tonight, because that means you're striking out at least 3 times. Bottom right.
My captain, Capitan was not a Capitan. He was a shallow man of himself tonight, and I mean, we'll get to the topic soon, but yes, this is a Judge jersey. I'll forever rep Little Yankees. I will always be a diehard Yankees fan, no matter win, lose, or draw. Clearly tonight I couldn't get a draw. I got a loss.
Yeah, like you said, we're going to get into it, man, but my personal opinion, the Yankees are one of the most overrated teams in sports. Like y'all are the Cowboys of baseball, man. When have y'all done anything significant in the last 15, 20 years?
Well, we won the World Series in the last 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. It's still not even 20 years yet. So, ha.
Yeah, the way you talk about them, you would think they were the Patriots, the way you talk about them.
The way you talk about it could also be the commies. You talk about the commies all the time, like there's some kind of franchise to be glamorous about.
Like I said, we definitely gonna get into it, G. Bottom left.
See Boogie, man. Wash your ass. I'm here. Let's just have a good show, man. I'm ready to talk about some topics. I got some things on my mind.
Yes, sir, Coach Boogie, man. I look forward to your takes on some of these March Madness freshmen that we about to get into. And last but certainly not least, top left.
Bryce, XXV, Double I, a.k.a. Mr. Big Leaguer. And yeah, G, I feel for you, man. I know you was locked into that World Baseball Classic, but if I got to say anything about that, the format is fire, man. It's something about that, one and done format. You just can't beat it in sports. And we got another one around the corner with March Madness, so excited for that too.
Yeah, man, let's go ahead and jump right into it. March Madness is here. And I believe I wanted to talk about some of these freshmen. There's a lot of freshmen going crazy right now that are going to be in the tournament. So I'm very interested to get y'all's opinion. One, on who you think the best freshman currently is, and which freshman you think will lead their team the furthest in the tournament, and how far will they get? T, I'm gonna start with you on this one.
I think Peterson's the best freshman, right? But I think Boozer is going to lead his team all the way. To me, this is just one of those years that and Boozer's a big part of the engine of it, but like it's one of those years where I feel like people don't want to take Duke. There's some other more attractive teams, and those are kind of the years that Duke typically pulls one out. And it's been a while since we've seen Duke win. I think Shire what did they get to the Final Four, Elite Eight last year? I think they made a little bit of a run. I think this is the year he just, takes that next step and starts his legacy, not cements it, starts his legacy as the next great Duke coach.
No, I agree with you, man. Boozer's not my favorite of the freshmen, but I do think Duke is the team that's going to make it the furthest in this tournament, if not win it all. Any other freshmen stand out to you?
I mean, you got to be crazy if you haven't seen what Acuff's been doing. I mean, you gotta be blind. Acuff's been just going crazy. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say, bro. Acuff looks like a pro. Peterson looks like a pro. Those two guards by far. I mean, some other guys, but those guys to me by far look like they could start on the NBA team right now. And it's the easy pick, right? It's the obvious one, but I feel like I'd be doing them a disservice by trying to reach for another guy. Like, this is it. It's kind of like the LeBron and Carmelo draft. Like, you could say, well, maybe Darko. Well, no, it's these guys, these two guys. That's it for me.
Yeah, Bryce. I know we talked a lot about A Cuff in the group chat. Scrib been bigging him up like all year, damn near. And he has been on a ridiculous run. I believe you called it generational earlier. So do you think he's going to make it the furthest in the tournament of the freshmen?
Yeah, man. Because when I'm thinking about like who's the best freshman, like the NBA fan in me often takes it to who's the best prospect. But if I just think like who's the best player right now, y'all know I've been on Boozer for like half the season. Like early on in this college basketball season, I was like, bruh, Boozer is looking like the next coming of fill in the blank, right? Like I was really feeling like Boozer was that guy to go number one eventually. And then me and my boy Scrib, we was having some conversation on the side, and I was like, dog, this A-Cup kid, every time I watch him, it's just he makes the right play after right play. I've since changed my mind. I think A-Cup is the best player in college basketball. I think he's the best player right now. And honestly, bro, I would probably take him number one overall if the draft was today. Now, this tournament could change a lot of that, but if any of these freshmen is going on a March Madness style run, generational style run, the Will Clayton of last season, right? Like, it's going to be this freshman A-Cup, bro. Man, like, he going to get some GMs fired, bro. He going to get some GMs fired because too many teams are going to end up passing on him for somebody with more length, somebody with more hops, somebody with more explosion. And they're going to miss probably the best point guard prospect that we've seen in the past 10, 15 years. I'm super excited to see what he does in the tournament because I feel like his game lends itself to big moments. And, man, in those big moments, he's perfect. I mean, he's like on a streak right now. It's like over 50 assists to 2 turnovers, something crazy. Like, I don't know, man. I don't see anybody I don't see anybody best him in this tournament. He's got a great running partner in Thomas. So I feel like them two together, man, watch out. Arkansas do some damage for sure.
Yeah, man. Just about a month ago, I believe we dropped like 49. Was like 6 of 10 from three. Like dude has been going crazy. It's been extremely impressive. I do think, wasn't there an injury? They said he was in and out of walking boot recently. Do you think that slows him down at all for the tournament?
Yeah, I think that was actually the game he dropped 49. He was in the walking booth the day before, man. I don't know. I don't think nothing's gonna stop this kid, man. He looked like he just built for it. Like I said, bro, the draft was today, and I had the number one pick. It'd be tough for me not to take him. I love Devonta, love Boozer. I really feel like a top 5 pick in this draft, and you should pretty much be set. Your franchise should be set for the next 10 years. But right now, A-Cuff, to me, best player in college basketball, hands down.
Nah, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to argue that. If you watch A-Cuff at all, I've seen like 2 games, bro, and yeah, he stands out. Like he stands out. Like T even said it. He's looks to be pro ready right now. You can probably plug him in on a couple teams in the NBA. But let's not make this all about A-Cuff and Boozer, though. I mean, I'm looking at a list of some of these freshmen right now. There's some good ones. The dude from BYU, we got Wagler. So outside of A-Cuff and Boozer, who else do y'all think will make some noise in the tournament? That's a freshman.
I'm a huge Wagler fan, bro. I think at the next level he could be like a Halliburton type of guy. But Illinois is in a tough bracket, man. I think Houston's a 2 seed over there. Like, it's gonna be tough for them to get out of there. But I do think Wagler, if you haven't been paying attention, is going to wake some people up and up his draft stock. And if he's not a top 10, I think this tournament will push him into the top 10.
Nah, I think Wagler definitely got to be in the top 10. I'm not hip to every freshman, but Wagler is one of the ones that I have been paying attention to. him and Nate Emmett on Tennessee, he stood out to me as well. But like I said, I don't think any of them are gonna go further than Duke in the tournament. Bryce, anybody else stand out to you?
Michael, not to cut y'all off. I love Michael Brown. I love him in college. I love him more the next level. But if you're looking for an upset pick, I think I think his team gets knocked out day one. But so I don't know if he'll make too much noise. He's been battling injury, but I just like the kid. And I'm hoping he has a good tournament. I'm hoping he can shake things up too.
Jump in here, G.
I got a question for y'all three then. The way y'all talking about these guys, is this going to be like that, what is it, 96 draft and that LeBron James draft?
I think it's going to be better than LeBron's draft.
Better than LeBron's draft.
So you saying there's going to be somebody that's just as good as LeBron?
That's LeBron, Melo, Bosh. Who else? Who am I missing? Wade. Better is a strong statement. I think it could be as good for sure, though. Like, I feel like when I look at this top five, man, the player comps to me are so obvious. Like, I feel like A-Cup to me is like Darren Williams 2.0. I feel like Caleb Wilson, every time I watch him, I see a young KG. I feel like Boozer is like a bit shorter version of some sort of hybrid between Tim Duncan and Kevin Love. And then I feel like DeBonsa is the true wild card, where like his ceiling might be higher than everybody's.
Is he the BYU guy?
Yeah, DeBonsa's from BYU. But it's like, what does he become? And does he go to the right team that can allow him that runway to grow? So I don't know, man. I feel like this draft's got so much potential. I think that when we look at that draft with Bron, Melo, Wade, I feel like they were a little more sure of a thing than the players we got coming out this year. Like, it was like you knew Bron, like, we don't have a King James in this draft. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we have a Melo. We'll see if someone goes on a run like that in the tournament. Remember, Melo had that run in the tournament where it was like you knew this guy was going to be that guy after that run. So we'll see. We'll see what amounts from this. But another freshman, I mean, outside of, like, I would call him like the big five, right? Outside of the big five, I gotta name my boy Braylon Mullins, bro, because UConn is one of those teams that over like the last few seasons, I mean, obviously they had their run to the championship a couple years ago now. It was 2 years ago now. And I just feel like typically they don't have these big name freshmen on UConn, at least scoring freshmen, right? And I guess I shouldn't say they had Stephon Castle, but he wasn't really in a scoring role on UConn. He was kind of more of like a utility defensive player. I feel like Braylon Mullins could really light it up from the outside. And it wouldn't shock me if he is like that piece that UConn needs to make a deep run this year. So he's one I'm keeping an eye on. And then I mentioned earlier Malik Thomas with Arkansas, man. Darius A-Cup's running mate. He's going to get slept on because A-Cup is just that good, right? But, man, Thomas is a star in his own right and a likely lottery pick. So I'm keeping my eye on him as everyone, is glued to the Arkansas screen because of A-Cup.
All right, let me ask y'all this, because this is one of the best NBA drafts in recent memory. I don't know if it's better than Bron's draft. I think time will tell. It's hard to project, especially with NBA players. But do you guys think how much do you guys think that this tournament will affect some of these people, some of these players and their draft stock? Who do you see moving up? Who do you see potentially falling back?
Good question.
I think at first I thought, Caleb Wilson being injured would kind of help him, kind of how like guys sit out bowl games in college football.
Right.
The more I thought about it, right, some of these guys are absolutely going to go insane in the tournament. Some of these guys are just going to turn it on, and I think out of sight is out of mind sometimes. And I think Caleb has the potential to fall because out of all the guys, right, that we're talking about, there's a lot of guys with high floors. To me, he has a high ceiling, but he probably has one of the lowest floors because he's an energy guy. He's a dunker. I don't, he could get to the next level and not translate as well as some of these other guys. Some of these other guys have pure skill sets that's absolutely going to transfer. I mean, when you start talking about Flemings and some of these other guards, like that stuff transfers. But the Kevin Garnett, Kenya Martin style player, we don't have too many of those in the league anymore. So I think the tournament Caleb Wilson not being in the tournament could hurt his stock.
That's honestly a really interesting parallel that you made, T, because typically in NCAA football, if you one of them ones, it makes more sense for you to sit out because you already, have established yourself. But that's kind of why I asked the question for basketball, because the tournament is so widespread and widely watched by so many different people that you could honestly be under the radar right now, go on a crazy run in March Madness and up your stock a great deal. So Bryce, who's someone that you think could fit that description this year?
Yeah, first off, I disagree with T about Caleb Wilson. I think you turn on that Caleb Wilson tape and you get about 2.5 minutes in, you'll see everything you need to see, bro. Caleb Wilson looking like a generational talent. Well, maybe not quite generational, but he's looking like an unbelievable talent to me, man.
I mean, he shot under 30% from three from the college line. That scares me.
Yeah, but if you look at he shot one a game, right? And if you look at his extended twos, his mid-range game, I mean, you gotta love it. Like you gotta love his mid-range game. And I think we're entering the era in the NBA now where the mid-range is becoming more and more important on that level. And Caleb's got that. He's got the athleticism. I mean, he's 6'10", he's rangy. He's a rim protector. Like, I think he's tailor-made for where the game is headed. He can run the court. Like, man, I don't see him being a bust. But as far as like interesting storylines, I think as much as we talk about Acuff, I think the top point guard storyline is going to be up for debate by the end of the tournament, right? And obviously, I told y'all, if the draft was today, I would take Acuff, right? But the draft not today, and this tournament will have an impact on my power rankings when it comes to ranking these players. One player I'm watching closely is Kingston Flemings, and that's because Houston has been knocking on the door of a national title for years now. I mean, I've picked them to win multiple years in a row and been let down. So I feel like I got to go with just the law, the due theory law, right, and just pick them again because I feel like they're due. I think Kingston Flemings could be the engine to take Kelvin Sampson where he should have been, in my opinion. One of the best coaches, is not the best coach in college basketball right now, and doesn't have that chip to show for it. But listen, bro, Kingston Flemings be looking like Russell Westbrook sometimes. I think when the tournament's all said and done, there will be real debates about who the top point guard is between him and Acuff. I think in NBA circles, those debates are probably happening right now because GMs are probably overlooking, pure skill and also looking at athleticism and explosiveness, which I think Kingston Flemings beats Acuff in if you just look at that. And he's got the midi. He's unconscious from three. And, Coach Sampson usually doesn't let players really reign free in his offense. So to see him do that with Kingston Flemings tells me something. Like he knows something if he's letting Kingston Flemings kind of have that green light at all times, as it seems now. And then if you look at that Houston squad, we're looking at a team that's battle tested because they've got a few players that have been there for some years. I look at the big man. I think his name is like Hugler, last name Hugler with the dreads. Like he's been there for a few seasons, bro. He was in that Final Four run. You look at Cenac, he was there. Like he's another talented freshman that's been there with Kingston Flemings growing together. But then they've got that guard. I think his number is 2. But that guard that plays alongside Flemings, like they've got some players, man. And I don't know. Flemings could be that engine that takes a team that's been knocking on the door where they need to go. And I think a deep run from Houston, we could see Flemings draft stock really increase and maybe even bump over Acuff. So that's one guy I'm watching for sure.
No, that is an interesting one. Flemings and Acuff, I think, are neck and neck as far, like you said. And if you're looking at it from an NBA GM perspective, I think they're closer than the fans might rank them. Like I said, I watched 2 games with Acuff, bro, and he looks the fucking part. You know what I'm saying? So, but obviously, if you digging deeper, you're gonna nitpick a little more. So I do think that the tournament is gonna make a huge difference for both those guys. But what do you guys think about some of the bigs in this tournament? Who's outside of the guard play? Which one of the bigs? T, you can answer this one. Is gonna do something to stand out and raise his stock? Because you already said Caleb Williams probably gonna fall off. So who takes that spot?
Honestly, I haven't even paid attention to the bigs outside of Wilson and Boozer too much. I like Nate Ament.
That's what I was looking for you to say.
But I think at the next level, he's a wing. I see him more as a Michael Porter type, and
Okay.
at the pro level, I don't anticipate him being like a true big. Probably the guy from Kentucky, Jaden Quainton or something. That's probably the best pure big coming off the board. And again, his stock is, I think, especially bigs, right? We know the tourney is guard dominant, but the tournament is a great place for a big to change their stock. I mean, the tournament is what actually kind of made me start to change my mind on Big Lurch, Zach Edey a little bit. I wasn't a believer at first. So, if you can be big in March Madness, I think that goes a long way to upping your stock. So I'd say my guy from Kentucky has a shot.
Okay. And then let me go ahead and put everybody on the spot right quick, man. Before we move on to another topic, who's winning the tournament, man? Let's lock it in. I know we got our brackets on the Sleeper app. Shout out to Sleeper. They've been doing us right over here at Gas for a while now. But yeah, who y'all got winning this tournament? G, I'll start with you on
that. Give me Michigan.
Oh, okay. I got Michigan getting there, but I got them losing to Duke.
I mean, it's all about guard play, right? During March Madness, either Michigan or Miami. Miami's my sleeper.
I kind of like that sleeper, not gonna lie. T Boogie, man, who you got?
I'm giving y'all insider secrets, but since you already named my two, I have Duke beating Michigan.
Okay. I was on the same wave before you even knew all that.
But my sleeper, would be Arkansas, man. Cal has a point to prove.
But isn't Cal more like one and done? When's the last time he made it to the big dance?
It's been a minute. But I feel like listen. Since I've been coaching lately, I've been listening to like the coaches talk, and he has a different aura about him right now. I think he's feeling really good about this group. So that's my sleeper.
Hey, man, he got a good group to feel good about. Bryce, man, who you got winning the tournament?
Bro, I'm rocking with Houston again, bro.
The old man.
I feel like Duke theory is a thing, but I also feel like I said earlier, man, Coach Sampson got something that he's never had, in my opinion, and that's like an ultra athletic dominant lead guard with Kingston Flemings. He also got my boy Uzan, that was like the point guard that led them last season through the tournament. So he's coming back with experience. They got Mercy Miller, and then they got my man. His name, I was blanking on his name earlier, but it's my man Sharp. I think I said his number was 2, but it's 21. To me, they got a good enough big rotation. I think they got the best coach in the tournament, bro. I'm going with Houston, same team I went with last year, and just hoping for a better outcome this year. But I wouldn't be shocked to see. That's a fact. Full circle. Darius Acuff is the truth. I wouldn't be shocked to see UConn make a deep run, though. I really wouldn't be shocked about that. I do think Arkansas will impress. I think the biggest problem with Arkansas, when it's all said and done, is going to be the bigs. We'll see though.
I got UConn getting to the Elite Eight, but I think honestly, bro, my sleeper is Arkansas. I watched a couple Acuff games, and I would love to see them just go crazy and steal the whole tournament. I think that would be not only the most entertaining, but just that would make the tournament great.
Are they a sleeper as a 4 seed? I think we talked about this last year too, man. I was throwing out 3 seeds and 2 seeds to call them sleepers.
Well, how sleep they gotta be? How sleep they gotta be?
I ain't throwing a 4. 4 seed's not a sleeper to me, man.
What's the last a 4 seed can get there, right? What's the last 4 seed that's actually won? Like, but I see what you're saying.
I mean, I was going to do Virginia for my sleeper, but they're a 3 seed. Do you think they gonna win the shit? Like,
I haven't seen enough Virginia this year, man. It's hard for me to speak on it, but I've heard good things. I got to go back and tonight, late night, I'm gonna do all my research before I fill out this bracket. But I'm gonna have to look at Virginia first. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it.
It's a big tournament, bro. I be feeling like it's sleepers that are like people are sleeping on the sleepers. Like they're like, oh, that's not a real sleeper. I'm like, bro, it's like, what are this team's actual chances of winning the whole thing?
I feel like to be a sleeper, you got to be an 8 seed or lower. Maybe that's a little too much. Maybe a 7 seed or lower. But a real sleeper, I feel like you got to be, a lower seed.
If you want a real sleeper, VCU, they get a North Carolina team without Caleb Wilson in round 1, and from there, when you knock off one of the big dogs, you can make it shake from there.
Yeah, I feel that, and that's another thing I'll say. A sleeper is like if you're coming from a mid-major. My sleeper coming from a mid-major would be St. Louis, man. St. Louis is a sneaky team. Only 5 L's on the season. And they ended, had a way worse end than they had start to the season. But they were sneakily ranked in like that 14, 15 range early on in the season. It kind of fell off. 9 seeds. So they're going to get that 8-9 matchup. Interesting setup for St. Louis, I think.
Hey, Miami of Ohio didn't get into the tournament?
Who'd you say, G?
Miami, Ohio? Ohio, Miami, whatever the fuck it is?
They were in the play-in. I don't know if they won, though.
Yeah, they in. Oh,
they won?
You're right. They had SMU. I don't know.
No, they're not in.
They lost today?
Hold on.
I thought it was kind of messed up that they only lost 1 game on the season. They had to play in.
They had to play in.
Now they play tomorrow at 9:15.
Yeah.
So now they're not in. They're not in. They're not in. They're first 4, so they got to play in to get in the tournament.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, you lose 1 game on the season, you should not have to play in to get in the tournament. I don't care what conference you're in. If they making the regular season meaningless, like they should have been in there. I mean, undefeated regular season is still impressive.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
Schedule somebody. I'm on the fence.
They had a couple decent games, bro. Like, I mean, it don't matter.
Queen's University made it into this tournament. What the fuck?
If you played NCAA, Division I talent for an entire season and didn't lose a game, you deserve to be in the tournament, bro. I don't care what NCAA Division I teams you played, you deserve to be there.
All right. If you get there and get blown out, I don't want to hear it.
Nah, it don't matter, bro. Even if you get blown out, you deserve to be there, bro. You was undefeated.
That's some of these teams are definitely going to get smacked.
I don't want to see a 15-12 team in there because they had a tough schedule all year. All right, I'm good on that.
That's battle tested.
Yeah, all right. See, you the reason that they got rid of the old college FBS in football. All right, you would have been putting these 500 SEC teams in the playoffs.
Holy shit!
I'm not putting TCUs and all that in there, man.
Nah, that's funny. All right, any other NCAA takes for removal?
I hope we get to see a couple Cinderellas, man.
Yeah, I'm
always one.
I hope so too.
It's always one, man. We'll see who gets it right.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if there's a true Cinderella. I feel like people like Bryce want the Cinderella to be like a 12 seed, and that just ain't gonna happen, bro.
That's what they usually are. Every year is one team that just sneaks in that Sweet 16, Elite 8.
My favorite Cinderella was George Mason. Man. That was the best year for me.
I think that last year was like the worst year for Cinderellas ever. Like before last year, there was always one. I think last year there was like no
Yeah,
Most
everybody got smacked, bro.
Well, that's what I'm looking at this year. It's like the seeding makes sense to me.
man. And remember when I told y'all boys, I told y'all this NIL shit gonna ruin the tournament. Y'all fought me tooth and nail and told me no, a low seed will still get in because they'll have grown men on their team. And I was telling y'all tripping. It's over for those seeds. And then last year happened, and now if it happens again this year, I'm just gonna get y'all what they told you so, man.
Hey, we got to see.
Mr. Vindicator.
I think it was T. That was sold that these older guys, these grown men that have been around for 5-6 years, they're gonna go to a mid-major and make noise. Nah, bro, that shit ain't happening, bro.
Hey, look at Illinois. They got a bunch of old foreigners. Just wait.
But Illinois is from a big time conference and a big time basketball school. Done are the days of what was that team? Florida Gulf Coast. Done are those days, all right? I miss those.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for them small schools.
Schools you never heard of till the tournament came around.
Yeah, it's gonna be real tough for them. All right, man. Keeping it pushing. We definitely going to double back on the March Madness all month, as we always do. But let's talk a little bit of NFL free agency real quick. We got some more on the Maxx Crosby Ravens debacle. As we mentioned last week, the Ravens backed out the trade. Maxx Crosby actually spoke a little bit on it today. He gave his input, which was honestly very telling. I don't know if everybody got to see it, but basically he said, he showed up, did the physical, and when he never even got to meet with the GM, when he met with the coach and all that, they were definitely on, funny timing, not a typical NFL meeting. Nothing went the way it was supposed to go. So my question to the panel is, who are we not necessarily blaming, but how much of a black eye does this put on the Ravens? If you're another NFL GM, are you eager to do business with the Ravens? Hell, even if you're an agent or a player, do you feel comfortable doing business with the Ravens, or is this more of a misunderstanding? G, I'll start with you on that.
I think if you're in the same conference, fuck no, you don't even bother, because clearly people will say this killed some trade. This killed a trading asset for your team, especially if it was coveted by other teams. Now it kind of like it made it dirty. It made him look like such a you put an asterisk to that player now, because it's like, can he get the same value like you were asking for before? And it's all about needs and wants. But if you're in the same conference, you don't even bother, because they're gonna kill you. Especially if you have a trading asset, it's like hurt. We all knew he was going in there hurt. So what physical was he gonna pass? Like, someone tell me, what physical were you gonna pass? Like, what are you supposed to leap? Like, leap how? What more of an X-ray are you gonna get? Like, what MRI was gonna tell you anything different from the original doctor? It's not like the doctor that did the first surgery didn't say like, yeah, he's on track. All of a sudden, some other doctor's opinion is gonna debunk the original doctor's opinion on how well the surgery went. Like,
and that's essentially what Max said in his interview. His doctor said, you just had the surgery about 9 weeks ago, and it's going to look how it's supposed to look. And any doctor, would know that already, which definitely leads me to believe that the Ravens got some funny business going on. So Bryce, man, we've seen this in the past with the former commander. I believe Ryan Grant tried to get a deal with the Ravens and randomly failed a physical. So it's not even new information, or it's not new that the Ravens. It's not their first time, I guess, doing something like this. So knowing both those things, man, if you were an NFL GM, would you want to do business with them?
Trick my man Ryan Grant out of generational wealth, man. It was nasty work. But I would not want to do business with the Ravens. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that. I think what we have a situation of is like a team taking advantage of the rules as they're presented. And that's all you can really do in this type of environment. Like, if the environment allows for this, what are you supposed to do? Not take it like they're just being more shrewd than everybody else. Is it right? Technically, there's nothing wrong about it. Like, technically, like, you fail a physical, you can't come to the team. Like, it's unfortunate because the NFL rules are the true thing to blame here, but the Ravens are going to get the blame for exploiting the rules. Now, I think everyone kind of knows how the Ravens move, and I think league circles, agents, other GMs, they already know how the Ravens move. So I don't think it's going to affect the way they do business with the Ravens moving forward. I think the Ravens offers another team 2 first-round picks for what the team might feel is damaged goods. They're going to take it again, bruh, and might get the short end of the stick again. But in my opinion, the Ravens were offering something that no one else in their right mind would have offered for Maxx Crosby. We talk about 2 first-round picks. So I think if that's the price, I think teams are going to do business with them again. It's a bad look from a fan perspective, but I think from a business perspective, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and you should expect that at all times.
No, it's a good. You brought up a good point with the 2 first-round picks, which we'll talk about that in a second on if Maxx Crosby was really worth that. But I want to mention before T answers, the Ravens have never traded a first-round pick, not even one, for any player, and they were going to trade 2 for Maxx Crosby. In business circles, if you know a team has never made, somebody's never spent X amount on something, now all of a sudden they want to spend double that. That might be a bit of a red flag, and then they reneged after saying that they were okay with spending it. A lot of dirt is being thrown on the Ravens' name. T, rightfully so, or no? Would you want to do business with them?
I mean, I do business with anybody, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make it make sense. You're not gonna fool me. You can't scam me. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna hit us with the George Bush? Fool me once, shame on you. Can't fool me again.
Because you're not even gonna fool me once. You know what I'm saying? like 2 first-round picks for pass rusher that's coming off a major knee injury. Come on now. That's like if you walk in a club as soon as you get in. The best looking group of girls all over you. You ain't even buy them a drink. You ain't introduce yourself. Nothing. They just it should just sound the alarm that something's not right. You know what I'm saying? So
2 seconds later, you're getting robbed.
Next thing, you don't got a watch. You don't got a wallet. Like the Raiders should have known what was up. And my conspiracy theory, you know what I'm saying? If people want to listen to guys like Rogan, you should listen to a guy like Boogie. I'm trying to tell you, the Raiders reset the market, bro. They went and signed the Ravens center. I think the Ravens wanted Linderbaum back. And I think this is the Ravens way of being petty. I have no way of proving it. I have no way of knowing. I don't have no source, no inside knowledge. I'm just reading the tea leaves. And I'm reading the tea boogie leaves. Like, I feel like it was gamemanship. I feel like, hey, these are the rules. And technically, no one broke a rule. Nothing the Ravens did was illegal, maybe immoral, unethical, but not illegal by a stretch. They could have promised them 10 first-round picks. It's up to the other person to believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the tampering period, and they tampered all with them boys. No Vaseline.
Yeah, that's crazy. But now your theory is interesting right there. Right? That's an interesting theory because like the Ravens definitely waited for something, and I think that's one side of it, and I think that could very well be true. I think the other side of it is the Ravens wanted one of the expensive pass rushers. The market got thin on the quick, and Trey Hendrickson, who was originally asking for $30 million, found out the teams weren't giving him $30 million, and his price was going lower and lower by the second. I think when his price got low enough, the Ravens was like, "Hold up, we can get Trey Hendrickson, who's basically the same player in our eyes as Maxx Crosby. Yeah, Maxx, that knee don't look right." Like I think it was really about that pass rusher market, specifically Trey Hendrickson's number, and as it went down, I think the Ravens realized that hey, we can play ball now because they ended up with Trey Hendrickson, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
there was even a rumor, which I didn't buy this rumor, but the rumor was that they were trying to get Crosby and sign Trey Hendrickson. To me, that rumor really just sparked from they probably were always trying to sign Hendrickson, and this whole thing with Crosby was just maybe T's theory is correct. maybe the Ravens just wanted to. Me personally, my crazy conspiracy on it is the Ravens just wanted to mess with the league. They knew everybody was trying to trade for Crosby, so they offered something that they've never offered for any player in their team history, something that no other team was probably going to offer, and then reneged on it, which messed up not just the Raiders, but they messed up the whole free agency, bro. Like my Commanders were trying to go after Crosby. You know what I mean? Like that changed. We everybody ended up with different players because I want to say this was the first thing that happened in the tampering period. This was one of the first things I saw Adam Schefter tweet out was this trade. And then for that to get reneged and go back, man, that there's a trickle down effect there with a lot of teams that we might not even hear about, how that really affected everybody's moves until, down the road. So me personally, like y'all said, everybody already probably knows how the Ravens move, so it's not going to change how you do business. But if I'm a player, I'm definitely double checking with my agent before I sign to the Ravens. I might even have to. Every little detail I'm gonna need to know about before I sign anything with the Baltimore Ravens because they're moving a little funny. And then my next question that I wanted to ask you too, because Bryce or T, one of y'all already said it. As soon as I heard the deal, the 2 first round picks, and the fact that the Ravens had never done that instantly had a red flag up for me. Um, Crosby being worth 2 first round picks, even healthy, I think is a stretch. Coming off a knee injury is a definite no. But let's talk a little bit about the value of Maxx Crosby and where you rank him against other pass rushers. Now, obviously, I don't think nobody's going to throw no 2 first round picks. But what is Maxx Crosby worth on the trade market? And if you're the Raiders, do you just retain him? Jump ball on that.
How old is Maxx Crosby?
28, 20 something.
Oh, so he's not even in his 30s yet. He's just about to hit his prime. I give the same value I give for Michael Parsons. I think him and Michael Parsons have the same trading value still.
How much did Michael go for? Did he go for 2?
2.
Yeah, it's the same value.
Him and Sauce went for 2.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm putting Crosby right there with Micah though. I think he's a notch below Micah.
How?
What's Max done?
The same amount as Michael Parsons done. They ain't done much.
Nah, Micah's pretty dominant, bro.
And Michael's an undersized DN, bro. Come on now, undersized as fuck.
Micah ain't had under 10 sacks in the season yet. And didn't he just get hurt last season?
Same thing with both of them. Both of them got hurt. Both of them are coming back from a knee injury, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Micah did have a little knee injury. Well, he's coming back from one now. But, I mean, I think Micah's time in the league so far has been better than Crosby.
Barely.
Exactly. Before I got cut off, barely.
But who so you think Crosby's worth 2 first rounds?
Yes, still yes. Him and Burns got like the same kind of situation. Burns came from Carolina when they were booty cheeks, and he was a stat stuffing machine. And then he goes to another booty cheek organization. So just a bunch of he's Mr. Booty Cheeks himself. Pause.
That's a good pull, though. That's a good pull, bro. Did he go for 2 first
I'm not putting Max above Mike.
I don't think the Giants gave up 2 first rounds. I think the Giants gave up a first, or maybe a third, and with a couple of fives.
I gotta look that up. That's a good pull because Brian Burns was supposed to be that guy and didn't really amount to much. I mean, well, I shouldn't say. I mean, he's been
last year he had a breakout season. Last year he did.
But he hasn't amounted to no winning, that's for sure.
I mean,
yeah, Crosby's a dog. Don't get me wrong, but there's no way I'm putting him above Michael.
Yeah, no, he's like right below him. He's like right below him. I mean, but I think it's reasonable for a team to want 2 first round picks for him if he's healthy. I think taking a guy off a knee injury is, I mean, that's risky business.
How about your boy Sweat that went to the Bears?
We ain't trade. He was a free agent.
Yeah, but
No,
would they not be the same comp?
No,
Crosby's better than Sweat for sure.
only people up there is like maybe
Sweat definitely shouldn't go for no 2 first-round picks.
Will Anderson, Bosa, Watt, Hutchinson. Like those are the guys up there.
Hunter, I wouldn't put him over Hunter neither.
Nah, he ain't better than Hunter. Like, I don't know. And that's the other thing is Maxx Crosby. It's not like he's 24, 25. I feel like 2 first-round picks, if I'm trading for a player, bro, I need to be getting an all-pro player. I'm trading 2 first-round picks, bro. I need an all-pro. I don't need, like, you know, a good pass rusher. I need a generational pass rusher.
Yeah, but he's in a hard division, though. He's in a hard conference, bro. Like, you got Myles Garrett there. You got Hunter.
And he was all-pro, so I shouldn't.
Bonito, you have Bonito over there too. Like you're in a pickle. Pause. You're in a little pickle over there. Like you're not. It's not like you're horrible, but you're stacked against other stacked guys, in winning situations at that. None of these guys that I just named are a bunch of boo-boo teams.
Do you feel like the Ravens are a Maxx Crosby away from a Super Bowl?
That defense last year, yeah. I mean, but they're also like a receiver away too.
Like when the Ravens defense was really good, was it because they had a dominant pass rusher? When was the last time Ravens had a dominant pass rusher?
When they had
like their defense was top 5 the year before last, and they didn't have a dominant. But they was a top 10 defense the year before last. They didn't have a dominant pass rush. Like I don't know. Like plugging in Maxx Crosby to me doesn't make them like this world beater on defense all of a sudden. I could be wrong though. Maybe it'll be Hendrickson. We'll see.
I see I feel what you're saying, Bryce, because I don't think Hendrickson is making them world beaters either. I got Crosby above him, even so, but we were talking in the pre-show, right? And it seems like y'all aren't putting Crosby in that tier 1 of pass rushers. So I'm gonna ask the question: who is in your tier 1 of pass rushers currently in the NFL?
Myles Garrett for sure. We can start there.
Bonito, he was balling for Denver.
Put Bonito in tier 1.
You're crazy. I would do. You're crazy.
Yeah, I think Bonito is a clear tier 2 guy. Tier 1 is tough. I got Miles, I got Parsons, I got TJ Watt.
I got Miles, Parsons, Crosby, Bosa, Watt, Anderson, Hutchinson, Hunter, and then whatever else.
Bro, my son Bonito had 14 sacks.
Don't get me wrong. Bonito is nice, but tier 1, I don't know. I can't give him that yet. You got to prove that to me. But I do go Will Anderson, Micah Parsons, Hutchinson, Garrett. I would put Danielle Hunter in there.
Man, how is some of these guys who never even got defensive player of the year? How are they better than Bosa?
Well, Bosa.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm putting all these guys.
Bosa's always hurt, bro. Bosa's always hurt.
Nah, but Bosa's playing. Bosa's the man.
I don't have Maxx Crosby in that tier 1, and Bosa's always hurt, bro. So if I can't rely on you, I can't put you in the tier 1.
Nah, I feel that. But T brought up a point, or Bryce, I think he brought up a point in the before we got on about Myles Garrett not really doing much against our Commanders. I watched some tape when we played the 49ers. We damn sure had 3 people on Nick Bosa when we played them.
Yeah.
Got to.
Nick Bosa a problem.
Bro, come on now. You know, the closer Bosa gets to Trump, to the HQ.
Man, send him to Washington.
Hey, just let him come play for us then.
Yeah. That's like Superman next to the sun. Like,
but shit. I haven't got that Bosa. I haven't got that Bosa in a few years, though, if you ask me.
You haven't had what?
I haven't got that Bosa in a few years, man.
Yeah, it's probably been about a year and a half, 2 seasons since Nick Bosa really took something over. But I think Nick Bosa could go for 2 first-round picks.
Wouldn't be my first-round picks.
All right, man. Anything else on the free agent market y'all want to get off?
It's been some good pickups today. I thought y'all made a good pickup. Who y'all get? Van Lathan. I think that's who y'all get.
Yeah, this guy Van Jefferson. Okay,
Yeah. Not Justin Jefferson. Van Jefferson.
Wrong Jefferson. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Nah, that's just a depth hire. If we want to talk about wide receivers, we could talk about the Jalen Waddle trade to the Broncos. I believe they traded a first, third, and fourth or something like that. And ended up with Jalen Waddle. Does that move the needle for Denver?
I love the move. I love that move for them.
Bro, it's 6 receivers they're playing with. What the fuck? What kind of rotation is that? I mean, that means you're not gonna play Cortland Sutton. I mean, who's the other guys there they have? They have so many receivers. You can only throw so many on the field.
Right, but last year it was like I shouldn't say all they had was Cortland Sutton, but he was so obviously the go-to guy at all times in the big moments. And young boy came on at the end. What's his name? What's the young boy name? Not Jefferson. Franklin. Franklin came on towards the end of the season. But man, you put Jalen Waddle, you know how open Sutton's gonna be now on those dig routes? Them digs to Sutton about to go even crazier now. All right. And my only question about Waddle on the Broncos is, does Bo Nix have that arm? Like, Tua had that long ball arm, bro. That was his thing. I always question Bo Nix deep ball accuracy, man. But I guess it's gonna get tested now because Jalen Waddle gonna be going deep consistently.
Nah, what's funny to me about that trade is I don't think it was recent, but I think a couple years ago, the question was brought to Jalen Waddle, who could he beat up in the NFL?
No, that was recently. That was like a week.
That was recent. He said Pat Surtain.
Yeah,
they're gonna be going 1-on-1 in like every practice now. So training camp in Denver is gonna be a little interesting.
No, he knew the trade was coming, bro. That's his boy. They went to Alabama.
Okay. He said he beat his ass.
Yeah, that was a joke. They both went to Bama, and he must have known the trade was coming. That was actually we ain't talk about this, but that was at the brand risk press conferences. I don't know if y'all saw any of those fights, but it was a disgrace to boxing.
Didn't you guys sign a left tackle?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I hear what you said.
What'd you say?
I said, didn't the bum ass Kami sign a left tackle?
Yeah, we re-signed Larry Tunsil. That was a must.
Man, shout out to Larry Tunsil, man. Got all that draft money stolen, and he made it all back in these signings with these short ass contracts. Shout out to Larry Tunsil, man. Get your money on the back end right now.
That's a fact.
He got a good agent, bro.
No, he doesn't have
get paid. Or whoever his team is, they getting him paid.
He is his own team. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Larry Tunsil to get all his money on the back end.
Was them boxing matches? Is that where I saw Blueface and No Neck?
Yes, bro.
Oh, that shit.
That was real.
God,
No Neck got sanctioned for a fight, bro.
Yeah, that was real.
I don't know what sanctioning body said this guy's able to fight, but it looked crazy, bro.
That was backyard wrestling sanctioning spots.
Dog, I don't know. I'm ashamed to say I even watched some fights, but I was bored.
Yeah, I thought the Blueface shit was fake, bro. I didn't know that was even real.
Blueface was fighting a fat dude, and he was getting pieced up. But,
Blueface got fat though.
They robbed my man. They robbed my man Super Hot Fire though, bro. I don't know if y'all peeped that joke, but my man Super Hot,
Super Hot Fire was fighting.
He was fighting. He was fighting this racist named Gypsy something. This dude that he's basically got clout for saying the N-word over and over again. This white dude.
Yo, what even was this, dog?
Super Hot Fire was landing haymakers, and somehow they robbed my man.
What was this?
It's called Brand Risk. It's run by a streamer named Aiden Ross, man. He basically
not Aiden Ross. Oh
yeah,
my goodness. That's why it's not on my algorithm. I can't fuck with Aiden Ross.
He pays a little bag and gets all these random folks in the ring, bro. Like anything from influencers. Some are real boxers, but most just seem to be influencers of some sort. But man, Super Hot Fire, bro. Straight robbery.
Gypsy Crusader.
That's
wow, that's a wild ass name.
He be talking crazy. Nah, it was wild, bro. The press conference, Gypsy Crusader. He said, "I got something for you." He said, "I brought you a gift. pulled out a bucket of KFC, man.
Yo.
Craziest work I ever seen, bro.
I can't even be serious.
Yo, how is this in your algorithm, bro?
I mean, I know,
anything combat sports is in my algorithm at all times.
I kind of assume Super Hot Fire will be more of a lean guy, you know, but I'm picturing the old Fire. Yes.
I thought you was about to say there was like some rap battle DVD type shit.
Yeah, like come on.
He looked more like a big grease Fire.
This is wild. This is wild.
It was wild, bro. It was a waste of time for sure, man. But it was fighting nonetheless.
It sounds like them like I don't want to say like little league, but them wrestling leagues that's not WWE that just be like in a high school gym. That's what this shit sound like to me.
Goodness.
Like Super Hot Fire sound like a wrestling name my son came up with.
Now get this. The commentators for the fight was Charleston White and Rampage.
Charleston White gotta be hilarious as a ring announcer.
How do they not even fight each other? Like, I don't even know how that combination works.
No, but Charleston, I seen Charleston's latest interview. He don't get disrespectful unless like he finds like ticking you. But even Rampage Jackson, like he'll kill him. He knows not to hurt the guy.
But brother, the wild thing is Charleston White fought on one of the cards before. Piece somebody up.
I remember that.
Oh, he got the hands?
That's wild. Yo, who did he fight? I remember that actually.
He fought some random influencer, was piecing him up too, bro.
Isn't he like blind in one eye?
Yeah,
bro.
Yo,
Wow. I don't know how they get them through the sanctioning bodies, but they are.
Hey, before we wrap this up though, man, let me ask y'all this: what would a gas event look like? Like if we did something like that, I hope we would be able to do it better than Super Hot Fire and Charleston White. But how would our shit look?
I don't know. We had to throw a bag at somebody.
Somebody that can actually know what they're doing. Like,
so wait, are we trying to have like a fight or like a gym sesh, a race, like an Olympic event? Like what are we talking about?
A gas athlon.
We did say we was going to do the gas combine.
Yeah.
That's what we need to have. Squat, bench, and deadlift.
No, there's no deadlifts and squats in the combine, buddy.
Deadlifts.
We will bench for you, but we're not doing deadlifts and squats. All right.
This ain't no competition, and man, y'all ain't beating me. Pause.
I got a bum knee.
G, I'm stronger than you, G.
You're not stronger than me, Bryce. You're not stronger
than me.
Bryce, you can barely lift 2 plates alone, bro.
He said, I can't do it.
You out of your mind.
You and your little baby smooth hands. You don't know what calluses are.
Yeah, I was touching 2 plates before you ever lay down on the bench press, my boy.
Bro, you're not touching no plates, man. The only 2 plates you do during Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Exactly. You go through seconds.
All right, gas combine, we gonna see.
We could definitely go see. How many you repping
Nah,
for?
you definitely got me on the bench, bro. But you're not beating me in anything that involves movement.
Lateral movements?
Anything that involves movement, I'm crushing you, dog.
Listen, I'll squat all 5 of you, all 4 of you guys. I'm definitely out bench all of you guys.
No, you're not, G.
Bro.
Yeah, I got Bryce in the bench press, bro. That's what we can do. We can see what the fans think, man.
We putting that 225 on there. We see how many times you can rep it.
All right, bet.
If you got 15, I'd be shocked.
We should throw some games in there too.
I'll be shocked if I don't get 15 easily.
Maybe some type of QB competition. Bryce, I know you said you used to play QB, but I think I got you.
Nah, you might. My shoulder went bad about 3-4 years ago. It never came back, man.
And this guy's supposed to outbench me with a bad shoulder? All right, man.
My bench, the bench is on my chest, all right? I'll be just fine outbenching you. Like I said, G, you not. I threw that 15 out there. You look real skeptical, all right?
You threw that 15 because that's your safe mark.
Man's over there counting in his head like trying to figure.
You know the meme with all the numbers going by.
Count
G.
the 15.
Uno,
You'll see
dos,
me.
tres, cuatro, cinco. He said, quinceañera. Oh.
Hey, look, I said 15, and G was looking like a meme over there.
She should have said 25, and that would have been all right. You may got me.
Nah, that's lineman. That's NFL old lineman numbers. I'm not putting up 25 or 225, and I know you not, G, so I don't got to worry about that.
I know you got. Yeah,
You're not putting up 25,
Bro,
buddy.
you just shouted out Lermy Tuttle. Now you over here talking like you stronger than him. Get out of here. Why don't you play left tackle for the Giants, bro?
Hell no. My arms ain't long enough.
Who went in the horse game? Who went in the game of horse?
Oh, I'm last place. I'm not winning that shit. I'm in last place.
I'm in the gym too often to lose a horse game.
I don't know, man. My guy Scrub might have something to say about that one.
I'm gonna need a few weeks to get I just started hooping again, but in a few weeks I might be I might be good. My jumper might be all the way back in a few weeks.
Did we do a 3-on-3?
Nah, the team's gonna be unfair.
Grab Scrub and do a 3-on-3. That would be interesting. I don't know how we split them teams up, but
I literally just hurt my knee last week. In them, but you give me a week or two, 3-on-3, I'll go crazy.
Are you good enough to be in a pick and roll? That's all I want to know. Can you work on a pick and roll?
I pick and pop. I don't roll. I've never been a roll guy. Never been a roll guy in my life.
Nah, we gonna have to get some shit started. We definitely gonna get something started. We're gonna film it all and make sure that we put it on the pod.
Are we gonna do a 40-yard dash?
If y'all want to lose, absolutely.
We gotta
do a 40-yard dash.
If y'all want to lose, absolutely, bro. I'll even go as far as to say I'm probably the only one on here that's gonna get under 5.
I will now. Before
road talking spicy. You must have been on that treadmill, my boy. I'm just saying. He's guaranteed under a 5.
Shit, he sounded like Cat Williams.
Your man guaranteeing his own PR.
Yeah, matter of fact, what was Cat Williams' time, bro? If I can't beat Cat, then I'm retiring. I'm retiring from all things athletic.
He said 4.4, some shit.
Yeah,
right.
That nigga didn't run no 4.4.
He did though.
Nah, right.
I swear to God.
Cat ran 4.4 and you benching 225 20 plus times. That's the world we live in.
Man, when I beat y'all in this, when I beat y'all in the bench press competition, I'm gonna just give up on everything else. I'm gonna just. I
give G a good 12 on that 225. He ain't getting a 15.
And we gotta touch the chest, right?
Right. You wasn't even touching the chest with it. That's how I know you just started touching.
I'm just asking for your safety to make sure your little brittle hands can handle that kind of pressure.
That shouldn't even be a question anybody's really benching. But yes, G, we're touching our chest with the bar.
I'm asking for your safety, Bryce. My shoulder hurts. I wasn't throwing no more. Like, all
right, man. We definitely gonna get into some stuff over the summer.
I'm getting 15 in my sleep, G. Just know that.
Oh, in your sleep. Okay.
This is coming from a pencil pusher. All he does is type and write in pens. All of a sudden, this man's a workout machine. All right, I hear you, dog. I hear you, big dog.
Let's see Bryce at the gym.
Nah, I think Bryce got the bench press, bro.
Keep looking at the gym. That's a fact. Fresh off Bama's catching a fade in the basketball court.
Yeah.
Wait, so it was getting the fade?
Right. Most ghetto LA fitness in the country, man.
And the wild thing is, it's probably only the 3rd most ghetto in the area.
I'm not gonna lie, LA fitness basketball sessions are legendary. You will find a good show.
No, they are. They are. All right, man. Y'all know how we end each and every show, man. We definitely gonna have some gas games coming this summer. Sports for the culture.
Sports for the culture.
USA, you failed me.